I'm
Wow.
82 years old, and I wish I could retire now.
I do not have any retirement savings.
I always felt that I was too young to think about retirement. And I was a hippie, and I was all about living in the here and now.
The cost of living has gotten out of sight, and there is no safety net for the elderly.
Bills are harder to pay because everything costs more.
I grew up very poor, and part of what drives me right now is that I don't want to be poor again, because I know what it feels like. As soon as you start working, plan for retirement.
Life lessons for those over the age of 80. Man, like this one hits home hard. Like I preach this all the time. I'm always sharing with you guys the importance: start investing, because this is what you want to avoid. You don't want to be in your latter years focusing on having to work in your 80s, doing things that you don't like to do. Like it's nothing wrong with work, but the thing is, if you all these people, they have regrets. They wish that they were doing something other than what they're doing right now, working to survive. And I think this is one to really dive in. When I saw the title, that it really drawed me in and wanted to make a review to just see what I can gain and what wisdom I can pass forward to you guys. So make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and let's lock in and see what's going on here with this video.
And a half. I've been a cocktail waitress. I've driven a catering truck. I've worked in cable TV.
I started as a professional drummer. I did that for about 15 years. I used to have my drums right by my bed so that I could just get out of bed in the morning and start playing, which drove my parents crazy.
Nursing, I never really thought of as a career. It was like process of elimination. I don't want to be a secretary. I don't want to be a teacher. I do want to help people. So nursing was a job that I could do.
I got my degree in mathematics. Then I got recruited by General Electric to become a computer programmer.
Wow.
Computer science was a very new field, but it was exciting because we were in such demand that companies would essentially bid for you.
After I left music, I went into healing work. I had a very active practice in Houston. At the peak of my career, I was probably earning maybe $50,000 or $60,000, which isn't a lot of money, but it was enough for me.
The peak of my career was my last job. I was vice president of a company that developed advanced communication systems. I earned $115,000 a year.
The peak would have been in 2010. I made $100,000 per year. Being a night owl, night shifts weren't that hard on me at the time.
I raised my kids on my own with no help. After my separation, I was working 4 jobs at a time, 7 days a week.
Whoa. She said she was working 4 jobs. When she had her children on her own, she was working 4 jobs, 7 days a week. Oh my gosh. Like listen to these stories, and find it the lack of financial literacy doesn't discriminate. From VP of a electronics development company, really high skilled profession, making 115,000 as a VP, and that was decent money back then. He's in his 80s now, so yeah, early 2000s, 90s. Like he was making a lot of money. That was the peak, but he was making a lot of money his entire working career, and but nursing, she was a waitress working 4 different odd jobs that healing work. I'm not even sure what healing work is. He said he was the highest he ever made was 50, 60,000. But still, even if you're putting back a small amount of money over time, it compounds and it builds. But the decisions you make on your career field and the decisions and the habits that you create today are going to impact you and how you're able to live and how you're able to thrive in the future.
There he goes.
I got laid off, I think, 2 times in my career, And it took me a while to find other employment. So I would draw from that 401k money to support ourselves. Thank you.
Turn on more light? Oh, he doesn't need it.
In the early 90s, there was a stock market crash. I didn't know what I was doing. I panicked, so I sold all of my stock. I might have a degree in mathematics, but it doesn't mean I'm financially literate.
I decided I was going to sell my house.
Please, please, please. We have to understand. And I'm always talking, take back control of your finances. Like, your number one goal in life is to take care of you and your family. Like, to say that you don't have financial literacy, like the information that's out here, financial advisors out here, like, don't sit around and be ignorant and understand that you don't have something and don't seek it out. Like, we can't be doing that in 2025. And like, my heart goes out to this gentleman, and to get on camera, be vulnerable and share this, it takes a lot of courage. The thing is, for like everyone watching this video, make sure you have control of your finances. You're building the right habits. You're talking to an advisor on what you should be doing, like taking your money out the stock market when the market dips in the 90s, in the peak earning years when he didn't need the money, and panic. Oh my God, he set himself back. Like, you can't do that. Oh, I just hate to hear that. You have to make tough decisions. You have to have discipline. You have to save for a rainy day. Even the Bible talks about the ant and how the ant works in the summer and saves away for the winter time. If the ant is smart enough to save for the winter, why can't we be?
Did sell the house, and it was right at 2008 or 9. And the people that were buying the house lost their jobs. It fell out of escrow, and I'm still
she was
here.
selling at the top of the market.
I lost all the equity in my house, and it took quite a while for it to come back up.
Getting in debt from traveling have set me back. Currently, I'm in debt for, I think, about $16,000, which for me is a lot.
In terms of financial setbacks, there is a man who still owes me $60,000. I had to learn the hard way.
Had I not been in a situation where I had to use my 401k money, I'd probably have maybe more than $1 million whose interest I could then live on. And I try not to think about it, because I'd wake up in the middle of the night screaming, "What did you do? You were a fool."
I literally just said that has to be tough to know you could have had over $1 million in the bank with just the right decision, small decisions, but decisions nonetheless, a little bit of information and taking back control.
More car repairs cost more. Insurance costs
Inflation.
more.
I do all my own
Insurance
cooking.
definitely costs more now.
So I know how to be able to live frugally, but still nutritiously.
I don't buy a lot of meat because I can't afford a lot of meat.
I'll look for chickens on sale. I'll look for fish that's on sale. And if I find out, okay, well, we have fish tonight.
I don't think any job I ever had paid me anywhere near what I needed to live on.
I might think things are expensive, which they are for me. They're not for other people.
I just got a raise to $18 an hour. And at one point in time, I'd have thought, wow, that's a lot. And now I know, compared to what so many people I know make, I ain't making diddly squat.
If I miss a paycheck, there are going to be consequences, financial consequences. I'm going to do without something until I can catch up. And that's scary. It makes me feel as though, in spite of all of my education and all of the money that I made when I was a younger person, that in the end, I'm a failure. That's what it makes me feel.
Wow. Yeah, this he really, I feel bad for the guy. I said that earlier. But to be in your 80s and feel like you're a failure, and he made some horrible financial mistakes that I pray, people take this serious, the information and what he's doing, they take this serious, because it's tough. It's tough. And I think the big thing that you have to really look at and consider is is it worth it? Is it worth not taking advantage of where you are right now and really not moving forward with the things that you know that you should be doing right now? We all know we should be saving so we can invest, and we should be investing, and we shouldn't take it out, and we should be getting a corporate match with the 401k. We should be investing in real assets like real estate, or buying a business, or creating our own business. And there's so many ways to make money, to invest, and you don't have to do craziness. Like, I was teaching at a webinar for 401ks, and I brought the scenario in and showed how you could take $200,000 from a self-directed IRA, buy $1 million rental property, bringing in $5,000 a month after expenses. So it's making you $60,000 per year over 10 years. That's $600,000 from the cash flow that goes into your retirement account. Now that apartment over 10 years appreciated in value, went up 4% each year. And now guess what? 40% in 10 years, 4% times 10, 40%, 40% on $1 million is now worth 1.4 million. You pay your fees, maybe pay your broker to sell it, you get 1.3 million. You had a loan for 800,000 because you put $200,000 down. Maybe you paid it off 100,000. So now you owe 700,000. So 1.3 that you take home after selling minus 700,000 is 600,000. So you have $1.2 million in your self-directed IRA, your retirement account, after 10 years. We've just started with a $200,000 investment over that 10-year period. And so that's the thing that you have to realize. You just have to think creatively, get these strategies that we teach within REI Genius, and execute, and just do a little bit. That's without doing any other investing. That's just one deal. And the deal is, and you don't even contribute to the plan anymore after 1 year. So if you got a qualified plan, or former employer, IRA, or retirement account, you need to take back control of that money. You can start buying real estate now with your retirement account. You can start doing deals right now that are going to set you up for long-term success. But no one can do that with you, but for you. And so that's the thing. Let's go, you guys. Like, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna finish it up. I fast forward a little bit to the reflections, and let's go, because it's tough.
I don't mind being in my 80s. I just don't want to look like I'm in my 80s.
Aging is not for the timid. It's like any machine. As it gets older, things break. Human, they call these health challenges.
For a while, getting old was kind of crummy, and now I kind of appreciate it and feel good about where I've gotten, because so many people can't get this far.
I didn't think I was going to live this long. One day you're going to be old, and you should begin to plan for that now.
Looking back, one of the worst decisions I made was not going to college, not advancing my education.
I kind of wish I would have known about the thing.
And nowadays you can advance your education without going to college. And so that's the thing. We're leveraging technology, leveraging different skills and trades out there. You don't need those. Starting a business, you don't need college to do those things, but you need to have the right information and the right systems in place. And I would argue mentorship, because you can do a lot of those things a lot faster without making a lot of mistakes by having a mentor that's done it before.
With compound interest, like starting at age 25, that you'll be a millionaire by some 65 or 70 or something.
I regret not having appreciated the value and then hired, I guess is the word, or engaged a financial planner.
Find a job where you are happy.
Financial planner, you got to.
Because you're going
If you
to
don't
work
know it,
your
find
whole
somebody
life.
who knows.
Make the right decisions for yourself, whether it's in your personal relationship or whether it's in your professional relationship.
Don't wait to do things, because you may not have that future. You may not have it physically. You may not have it financially. Find a way to do your bucket list all through your life.
Facts.
Instead of at the end of your life.
Well, this video is extremely sad to see older Americans in this day and age. I wonder where the kids are. You know, like they said, nearly 550,000 people over the age of 80 are working, and it's hard for them to even still to work. that, you know, you're looking for a job, but nobody wants to hire you at that age. And thank God for like Uber and platforms like that where you can still freelance and work. But at the end of the day, nobody cares about your success, your future, your family's future, your legacy. And that's the other thing. Like they're barely trying to survive. So how are they going to leave a legacy for the next generation? And if that's important to you, thank God for my parents and the sacrifices they made with, you know, setting up life insurance policies, with, you know, doing things for the kids, setting things back, having a will, having a trust, having those things in place where now everything how you want to see it happen happens. You know, when the Lord calls you home, that everything is in place and properly taken care of. And you know, it's sad to be in those positions for these individuals. And so we have to learn from other people's mistakes and we have to make wise decisions. We can't have the Instagram gratification where we want everything right now. And we have to do the work. We have to make sacrifices. We can't procrastinate. We have to have discipline, and we have to show up for ourselves and take control and build the future that we want to see. So make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. This was a tough one here. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure if you're in this position, you want to talk with someone and figure out your finances, you're serious about it, book your alignment call down in the link. We'd love to have a conversation with you and see how we can help you take back control of your finances.